From WEEK, your home team. This is 25 News Today.
And this is a day that we're thankful to have someone as dedicated as Nick Janssen working with us. You know,
That's
Nick
right.
up all night last night and bringing us the latest weather information. And man, Mother Nature's alarm clock waking up a lot of people in the form of thunderclaps and high winds.
Check that out.
Powerful thunderstorms rolling through our area overnight. This is live video courtesy of our photojournalist Dave Janssen. He is at Toboggan Road near Delavan, where buildings were heavily damaged, some destroyed, and either straight line winds or a tornado going through Delavan. As expected, the residents there shaken up.
We got to the basement. Of course, my husband had to be outside, and I told him to get down inside. No sooner than he got inside, we heard the awning to the side of our house be ripped off, and it was just bang, bang, bang. We had all the dogs in the house, and it lasted probably, it seemed like a minute.
A long minute, and we are live again looking at that damage. At the height of the storm, Ameren reported at least 14,000 people were without power, and currently that number is about 3,700.
Our neighbors to the west, new video in the newsroom this morning shows a gas line ruptured at a mobile home park in Wentzville, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. Storm damage to that mobile home park, down tree limbs, roof damage, and of course that gas leak. So that mobile home park has been evacuated. Then further west in Kansas, severe thunderstorms left some hangars and airplanes damaged at the Johnson County Executive Airport, leading airport personnel to shut it down for the night on Monday. That's airport caters to corporate flyers. Just a lot of stormy weather moving across the Midwest,
Yeah.
Nick.
And
Yes.
Nick, we like your new map that you have with the bubbles.
Well, it's
Yeah.
very interesting. Those red marks really tell us about those potential tornadoes,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So behind me, that we'll show in just a second, is all the storm reports that are funneling in to the National Weather Service. So then that feeds right into our MAX computers, our weather computer systems. So we're able to kind of pinpoint exactly where all of these storm reports are coming in from spotters and from the National Weather Service. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that in just a second. But for last night, we were seeing wind speeds anywhere from 70 to 90 miles per hour along the front edge of this system, and then of course some rotation within it as well. Now just into southern Tazewell County, where we do have our photojournalist Dave Janssen at this morning, circling here, that is where we got a couple reports in from trained spotters of potential funnel clouds dropping down to the ground and then going right back up again. Also more reports of funnel clouds and even possible some tornadoes into LaSalle County and then up near the Quad City area as well. Now wind speeds were estimated anywhere from 65 to 75 miles per hour for Peoria and Tazewell County and then into McLean County last night as well. The good news is we are dry this morning. Those showers and thunderstorms pushing well off to our southeast, so shouldn't have to worry about too much in the wake of at least thunderstorms for today. We're partly cloudy, 47 degrees currently in Peoria. We'll see breezy conditions today. Wind speeds will be anywhere from 10 to 25 miles per hour today, and those temperatures will cool off down into the lower 40s by 8 a.m. and then we'll warm back up into the 50s. I'll have more details on today's forecast later in the broadcast.
Thanks, Nick. And we begin with our continuing coverage of the raid on Caterpillar. Big Yellow now facing more lawsuits. At least 3 law firms are filing suit against Caterpillar on behalf of shareholders. The latest, a firm out of Los Angeles that specializes in corporate wrongdoing and class action lawsuits. It claims Cat's use of a Swiss subsidiary to allegedly avoid paying more than $2 billion in U.S. taxes made the company vulnerable to heightened scrutiny and possible criminal charges. Governor Bruce Rauner is suing the state's comptroller over the way hundreds of state employees are being paid. The lawsuit filed in St. Clair County Court Tuesday claims that Comptroller Susana Mendoza is in violation of a 2015 court order. The lawsuit claims that nearly 600 Central Management Services, or CMS employees, could face paycheck problems as soon as tomorrow if the issue goes unresolved. Mendoza's office told the governor that pay for CMS workers should come from a maintenance account that has money in it. Rauner says that money is needed for vehicle repairs. The governor will make 2 stops in central Illinois today. He will be in Normal around noon to celebrate the opening of the Rivian automotive plant. The auto company bought the former Mitsubishi plant in January. And the governor will be in Peoria around 1:30 this afternoon to welcome the Illinois National Guard's 182nd Airlift Wing. The air personnel flew home on Sunday after they had been deployed in Southwest Asia in support of Operation Inherent Resolve.
Now to a follow-up in the Twin Cities. Are they together or not? Normal's mayor says the controversial Metro Zone deal is not terminated. You may recall the Bloomington City Council voted to terminate the agreement last week. Up until recently, the Twin Cities shared tax revenue from the Metro Zone on the west side of Bloomington and Normal. However, most of the revenue generated comes from the Bloomington side. The former mayor of Normal says the cities were required to come to a mutual agreement first and feels Bloomington did not uphold its end of the bargain. Normal wants to suspend the agreement for 2017 to give the town time to modify and improve it. Bloomington Mayor Terry Renner, however, was vague when asked if this changes anything.
You guys are saying it's done, they're saying it's not done, so what's happening?
That we'll have to stay tuned for.
We don't consider it split yet. We don't consider the Metro Zone agreement rescinded.
The action that was taken was a statement that says, we're done talking about it. There's no need for negotiation. That's what that vote said to the community.
At last night's Normal Town Council meeting, council members agreed that they need to sit down with Bloomington to find common ground. Mayor Renner did say of Bloomington that the two sides need to work together to strengthen assets for both communities. If you don't think your vote counts, consider the race for Peoria City Council at large. All that separates candidates Amir Elsami and Rob Hanauer is 1 vote, with Elsami in the lead. The race has not been declared official as mail-in ballots still have to be counted. Elsami, however, is declaring victory. Hanauer says, wait until all the votes are counted.
I believe that it's not over until it's over, and he can think that he won, but the mail-in ballots still matter, and to think that you won when there are votes out is kind of a disservice to the voters.
The final primary results will be announced on Thursday. 4 candidates will face off for 2 at-large seats during the general election taking place on April 4th.
International news now takes us to North Korea and concern over those ballistic missiles. An update on how close they came to Japan. North Korea fired 4 ballistic missiles into the sea off Japan's northwest coast Monday, angering South Korea and Japan days after the North promised retaliation over U.S.-South Korea military drills it sees as preparation for war. Japanese officials originally said the missiles landed as close as 200 miles. Now they're saying 190 miles from the country's northwest coast. News out of the nation's capital, and President Trump signs an executive order revising his controversial travel ban. The revised travel ban will temporarily suspend immigration into the U.S. from 6 Muslim-majority countries. One difference from the first immigration ban is this version does not include Iraq. It also exempts green card legal residents and does not affect previously issued visas. The ban goes into effect March 16th, and as expected, there are protests. Protesters outside the nation's capital, and they included pro-immigration speakers, which included the new Democratic National Committee chair, Tom Perez. He said the new order is unconstitutional.
I see people all over this country standing up and taking notice and saying, you know what, Mr. Trump, history has its eye on you. And you know what, Mr. Trump? America is at its best when we are building bridges of opportunity and not walls of distrust.
The travel ban will not affect green card holders, nor will it single out refugees from Syria.
Also in Washington, Republican leaders have released their much-anticipated bill that would replace Obamacare. Among some of the changes, abolishing the mandate that requires people to have insurance or else pay a tax penalty. It also gives states flexibility to set up their own programs. The plan will still require insurers to cover pre-existing conditions, and children can stay under their parents' insurance plan until they are 26 years of age. Among the controversial changes, Medicaid enrollment will be frozen at current levels. Republicans also want to use tax credits instead of subsidies to help people pay for insurance based on age and not income levels. Democrats argue the proposal will raise costs, cut benefits, and limit coverage. House committees are expected to begin voting on the 123-page legislation on Wednesday.
And we'll be back with much more news in a moment.
Well, good morning and welcome back. About 15 minutes until the top of the hour. Now, before we get into the forecast for today, we're going to take a little recap of the severe weather outbreak that we saw last night. So a squall line moved through late last night, affecting the Peoria area just around midnight. And we do see several reports of some funnel clouds in our viewing area, mainly in southern Tazewell County, circling there just in between Peoria and Bloomington Normal into southern Tazewell County. Several different reports from trained spotters of some potential funnel clouds dropping down to the ground and then coming back up fairly quickly. Another report of a possible tornado near I-80 in LaSalle County, just off to the west of Ottawa, and the other at least confirmed possible tornado into Scott County in the Quad City area. Now, Muscatine, Iowa, was impacted devastatingly, at least through early evening hours yesterday, with potential for some tornadic activity there as well. But storm reports all across central Illinois and then into northern Illinois of some hail upwards of an inch in diameter, and then seeing some wind speed markers as well. So here's some wind speed markers of upwards of 70 to even 90 miles per hour near the Quad City area. So very dangerous conditions last night. The good news is for today, those storms have really weakened and really pushed off now down to the southeast of a majority of the state of Illinois now. Just sitting with some cloudy skies here in Peoria. Will continue to stay cloudy, mainly through your early morning hours. Should get some sunshine. We're partly cloudy as of right now, so should get some sunshine through your day today. 47 degrees currently on Skywatch. We see those winds out of the west-northwest, 10 miles per hour. Now, those temperatures continuing to fall across much of the area, down into the 30s now. We started this morning off in the upper 40s in places such as Galesburg and Havana, but now down into the 40s. Everyone down into the 40s, currently 48 in Bloomington, Normal, Pontiac, and in Lincoln early this morning. Those wind speeds out of the west anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, so calming a little bit. We saw some wind speeds sustained in Canton and Macomb, upwards of 25 to 26 miles per hour earlier this morning. Those wind gusts currently anywhere from 22 to 30 miles per hour in Peru. Now, we might see some chances for some wind gusts later this afternoon, up to around 35 miles per hour. So some breezy conditions today. The good news is we should stay sunny and will be dry today. So no thunderstorms in the forecast for the afternoon into your overnight hours tonight. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow. More sunshine in the forecast. Temperatures, though, just not going to be as warm as what we've been used to. We've been spoiled with these 60s. That's why we've had the potential for severe weather, because of how warm we've been. We've had April and May type of setup so far here in early March. We'll start to cool things off because there might be snow just around the corner as we head into your next weekend. But temperatures then coming up on Wednesday, fairly nice as well. For today's outlook, we might see temperatures drop down a little bit more through your mid-morning hours. We're up to around 54 degrees by 2 p.m., but should see plenty of sunshine across the area today. 55 degrees for the high, breezy conditions, gusting up to 35 miles per hour tonight. 34 degrees. Breezy conditions remain in the forecast. Partly cloudy skies this evening. Tomorrow, still breezy. 59 degrees for the high, so flirting with 60 degrees tomorrow. Those winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour. That 7-day forecast, I kind of teased that we might see some snowfall, some potential light snow. That's because temperatures falling all the way down to 31 degrees by Saturday. So we haven't seen highs in the lower 30s in quite some time. But then 39 on Sunday, so this weekend looking a little chilly. Temperatures on Monday don't improve much either, with highs right around 42 degrees. So kind of the two extremes that we'll potentially see for this upcoming week.
All right, thanks, Nick. It's about 6:49, 11 minutes to the top of the hour. Hey, that's the French Alps, and developing news, a rescue operation underway at a ski resort after an avalanche. It is the second avalanche this year to hit the resort, and that's in the southeastern part of France, which is close to the Italian border.
In Kansas, crews are battling flames as homes in the path of wildfires are evacuated. High winds complicated firefighting efforts Monday, and flames continued to spread into the night.
And the White House is opening its doors to the people again. Public tours resumed this morning. It will be the first time tourists will be let into the president's home since the Trump administration took over more than 6 weeks ago. Coming up, we'll find out what's happening on the Today Show.
Here's NBC's Savannah Guthrie.
Good morning. Coming up on Today, busy morning in politics, including protests over the Trump administration's new travel ban and heated reaction to the Republicans' new health care plan. We've got all of it covered. Also breaking overnight, Casey Anthony breaking her silence, what she's saying for the first time about her daughter's death and her life since the trial. And then a Today exclusive will take you behind the scenes as SeaWorld prepares for the birth of its last orca in captivity. And Tom Hiddleston and Alicia Keys bring some extra star power to Studio 1A when we see you bright and early right here on Today.
Welcome back. About 6:53 on a Tuesday morning. Temperatures falling around the mid-40s now. Thousands of high school basketball fans are descending on Peoria this weekend. A local bus service hopes to score. To avoid paying for parking or wasting time searching for unavailable parking spaces, CityLink recommends fans use their service this weekend. CityLink is charging shuttle bus riders $3 a day during the tournament to travel to and from the Peoria Civic Center. There's also an express bus pass that includes unlimited rides for any CityLink bus. There are roughly 19 pickup locations in Peoria and East Peoria.
We've been doing this for quite a few years, and each year, it seems to be a really good thing. The hotels like it because it's an option for them to tell their guests about, and then also, it's great for us to do something partnering with the community.
March Madness is the next 2 weekends. For more information, go to week.com.
And just to be clear, there are some spaces that are available, and you've got a lot of parking garages, so people are not totally wasting their time.
No, the point is made that if you're worried when those spaces fill up, and what do I do?
All right, hey, let's talk pancakes. It's National Pancake Day, and that means IHOP is giving away free pancakes all day today from 7 to 7. Today, participating IHOP restaurants will offer up a short stack free, and in return for the free pancakes, you are asked to consider leaving a donation for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals and other designated charities. Since beginning its National Pancake Day celebration 11 years ago, IHOP says it has raised more than $24 million for charities, and that's a lot of pancakes.
Yeah, and this
now, do you like them plain, or do you like bananas and smiley whipped cream faces on them?
I've never met a pancake I didn't like.
Okay, all right, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We'll be back in a moment.
Good morning. So taking a look at Skywatch Camera Network this morning, partly cloudy skies, temperatures starting things off in the upper 40s. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. We're looking at 55 degrees for the high today, 37 for the low, and then temperatures fall off into the 30s for the upcoming weekend.
The calm after the storm. This is rough stuff. Near Delavan, powerful thunderstorms rolling through our area. We're saying thunderstorms, straight line winds, could have been a tornado, but hey, the damage is done. Buildings heavily damaged, as you can see. This video courtesy of our photojournalist Dave Janssen. And one resident says she's still very shaken up this morning.
It was real scary. I can't believe I kept my calm as I did, but I knew God was with me. But it really wasn't as loud as I thought it was going to be, but there was just a lot of banging, and it was over in no time, just like everyone in a tornado or straight wind activity say.
And yes, we are live at the Toboggan Road near Delavan. Our photojournalist Dave Janssen giving us this video. At the height of the storm, Ameren, Illinois reports about 14,000 people were without power, and currently that number is about 3,700.
Just incredible to see those pictures, Gary. That video, and Dave has been out there all morning long checking this out, and this is just one example of the kind of damage that was done.
And Nick, this is still winter. You know, we're getting spring-like thunderstorms.
Yes, we are.
But we're still in the winter season, and we'll get a reminder of that this weekend.
Yeah, we do potentially see the chance for some snowfall with the upcoming weekend, at least on Saturday, some light snowfall accumulations as of right now. But at least the past 2 weeks, some April, some May-type severe thunderstorm set up, especially last night with the squall line. Wind speeds upwards of 90 miles per hour. So
wow. You know, they say March comes in like a lion, but usually they're thinking of snowfall.
Yeah.
But March coming in like a lion with inclement severe storms. The Today Show is next.
Have a great day, everyone.